Good afternoon and welcome to Williams Dog Training Company. We're here today with Fred and Kush. What we're going to be demonstrating for you today is Kush's ability to understand and respond to her obedience commands, the corrections and motivations that we give her while we're working with her, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand, leaving his left hand free to give the correction. The correction that we give is a tug and let go on the training collar, which is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Kush has been fitted with her own personal training collar, and we will show you how to properly put that on and use it during your one-on-one lesson. Now, as you see, Kush is sitting very nicely on Fred's left-hand side, which is where all of our obedience training takes place. The first exercise that they're going to go ahead and demonstrate for you is heeling, and heeling is proper walking on a leash. Fred and Kush take off doing that now, and the command is Kush heel. Now, Kush has been trained to walk very nicely at your left-hand side at about your left heel position, being sure not to pull ahead and pull you on that leash or lag behind for that matter. Again, she should be walking at your pace at about your left heel position. If she was to pull ahead, just give her a correction on that collar, tell her no heel. Also incorporated into the heeling exercise is the automatic sit, which you just saw occur, and that occurs anytime that you stop your feet. Kush again should sit very nicely at your left heel position and remain seated in that position until you give her another command or some praise. Now the next command they're going to go ahead and demonstrate is the stay command, and the stay command is a hand and voice command. You're going to use the open flat of your left palm an inch or so in front of her muzzle and the one-word command to stay. You're then going to walk out to the end of your training leash. Now Kush should remain seated in its position throughout the entire command until you give her another command or go back into heel position. This is a great command to incorporate into your everyday activities, whether it be watching TV, cooking dinner, washing dishes, anywhere where you can leave her in a sit-stay, and slowly increase the time period from a low time increment of about 1 minute working up to 3 minutes gradually. When Fred returns back to her, he walks all the way around. Behind her as an added distraction. She remains seated. She did budge for a second, but then she remembered to sit, so she self-corrected herself. Good job. And they're going to run to the heel sit and stay for you again. Automatic sit, open flat of your palm, front of her muzzle, one-word command to stay, out to the end of the leash. Now this time they're going to demonstrate the come command for you. You're going to call Kush in using her name in a happy tone. She should come in and sit nicely right in front of you. Good job. And now she returns back to heel position by heeling around the back of you, returning to your left-hand side, sitting nicely, waiting for her next command. Good job, and we'll demonstrate that again. Leave her in a sit-stay, walk out to the end of the leash. In a happy voice, call her in using her name. You can use that leash to reel her in if you deem necessary. She should sit nicely, and that's to prevent her from jumping up on you. And have her heel back into position. Good job. Now the next commands are going to demonstrate are the down commands, and the first is down from a heel position. Again, you're going to use the open flat of your left palm, but this time straight down towards the ground, and the one-word firm command to down. Then give that stay command as you will be walking up to the end of the leash, same as you did with the sit stay. Again, for this command, she should remain laying down as well throughout the entire command. Great command to also incorporate into your everyday activity. Again, slowly and gradually increase the time increment. And this is a good time to remind you that you actually should be practicing all of your commands in about a 15 to 20 minute session a day. It's a great mental exercise for the dogs, and it keeps them fresh. And now she broke her command. So Fred's first word was no. He goes back, puts her in a down. It's important to be consistent. She needs to follow through from beginning to end. First words out of your mouth should be no. Go back and put her back in the command. Use correction if needed, but she did not need correction. Fred returns back to her. And they will demonstrate that again. But as I was saying, you should set up your YouTube video that we'll be sending you a link to and run through your video in about a 10 to 15 minute session every day. Keeps them fresh and on top of their commands. It's a great mental exercise and gives them something to work and look forward to. Now this time they'll demonstrate the come command from the down position this time. Good job. She gets up and comes in. Very nicely done. Now we do have one last command to demonstrate, and that is our down from a distance command. We're going to give them a second or two to set up for that. For the down from a distance, you're going to leave her in a sit stay. Walk out to the end of the leash. And from the end of that leash, you'll give the down command again. Open flat of your palm, down towards the ground, and the command to down.
No. Sit.
It's going to put her in a sit.
Stay.
She got up to come in as opposed to going down. Much better. Good job. She was just trying to be sneaky and inch her way into us. She's very affectionate. So we've demonstrated for you today all the obedience commands that Kush has learned here at school. It's been a pleasure working with Kush, and we thank you again for choosing Williams Dog Training Company as your personal dog trainer. And please do keep in touch with us and let us know how she's doing.